found myself apart from the skull. His remains were kept. I was sure that symbol was directing. I was sure. I was sure. I could finally get out of that nightmarish place, but not before recovering my tracking bracelet. I had one piece of the scroll, and the next was waiting for me inside Castle Sancti Leonis. I just needed one.
This shift.
Albert!
Why, you. I warned you, Al. And don't make those goo-goo eyes.
A piece of the scroll was probably hidden back there, but to enter, plus, it deactivated the main. It deactivated a piece of this plus. It had to be a drain. I knew I should have updated my. Have you been working?
Yes.
How long, percent?
We could.
Days.
I'm a.
What do you think?
Heck,
I meant
what?
you. Fair.
I.
Why did this? Tell me.
Oh,
Trust me. About do you?
No.
That would be a real.
Oh,
That is great.
you're very.
Bye. That guy would not have called. Yet I had to grab the keys of the cap. An incomprehensible. That was a very. The balm dried instant. It deactivated the. I had nothing else.
Mr. Bundy.
What is your relation?
Strictly professional.
I sense a note of tension.
You're very The Marquis doesn't...
The man sounded... The senior...
Isn't it?
Sometimes... Can you give me some info?
As the defensive...
Does the Marquis have any...
No, unless he procreates in the...
Did you really... The senior...
Isn't it?
Not while he... Not while he... Not... Tell me about... It was only for a moment. But...
I'll be frank.
And...
Balls. The middle-aged...
Like underwear. Well... The senior...
Isn't it?
Ringler wouldn't have appreciated it. I need a sufficient... I have no further... You have to excuse me now.
Come back when...
It felt like months had passed since... Count Cagliostro had his... chainmail was as tough and scratchy as a grater to the touch. The chainmail was... Judging by his condition... Wow, you became a local hero.
I didn't do anything in particular. I knew eating all those donuts would be good for...
I had nothing else to... Fortress... I had nothing else to... That guy would not have yet had to grab the keys.
Mr. Bundy.
I have no further... You have...
Come back whenever...
It had to be a drain, or a ventilator. I knew I should have up... A piece of the scroll was probably hidden back there. Plus, I had to get the key to the... It deactivated... A piece of the scroll. Plus... Hey, Oliviero. You also sell cigarettes?
What a question.
Well then, give me a...
Any brand in particular?
No, the important thing...
You are one weird cat, eh?
Because I was literally terrified. Like, carrying... If I asked for some liquor...
Just admit that you had fun picking that orchid.
Well, just a bit.
Here, enjoy the taste of true licorice.
See you later. Hey, look what I have for you.
Are they for me?
Of course, I'm a fervent supporter of workers' rights.
Heavenly days! Thanks a lot.
Albert! Now I'm really sick and tired of you.
Everything fine, dude? Wait, I'll give you a hand.
You think I don't understand that all this has something to do with you?
If I'm not mistaken, I just helped you. I thought...
That would end up being friends? Wait, I'll call Albert too, so we can sit in a circle and sing Kumbaya.
Alright, never mind. I have to admit, Lake was smart, but not enough to stop me, since I had strategically pulled off his spare key. Perfect. Once I found the security code too, I could enter the closed-off section.
Mr. Bundy, how can I help?
Beringler wouldn't have. The scenery.
Isn't it?
I could have taken advantage of the repulsion Beringler felt for the licorice, but not that way. I mean, an entire stick stuffed into your drink cannot go unnoticed. You have
Come back whenever you...
What's wrong with you? I should put you in the slammer right now.
You're burning my retinas.
Sorry, I got lost in the role of the bad cop a bit too much. Anyway, this time, I'll make an exception.
Mr. Bundy,
Beringler was staring at me. The scenery.
isn't it?
I leafed through the pages, which revealed themselves to be nothing more than a sort of personal record of Beringler. Inside it, as I hoped, was the code I was looking for. 8154. You have to excuse me now.
Come back whenever you like.
So I recovered the key for the castle and the security code for the closed-off section. I'd wait till the evening before sneaking in. I had 2 pieces of the scroll in my pocket, and the third was waiting for me inside Castle Sancti Leonis. All I had to do was wait for night and sneak in. I was just a step away from the last piece of the scroll. It would be impossible to open the gate without its key. I was finally in the private area, just steps away from the last piece of scroll. Eerie. They had installed some artificial lights, but they came and went continuously. I hope they lasted. I didn't want to find myself in the dark all alone. The door had been unhinged from that walled access at the bottom of the room. The brush for the cannon was long and sturdy. If it was telescopic, I would have put it in my pocket. That opening reached the surface, letting a feeble natural light seep through. An ancient battered cannon. A folded handkerchief with the words, "Be right back." A folded handkerchief. A soft artificial light came from the hatch. Luckily, because otherwise I'd have to grope blindly to move. A soft artificial. Luckily, because otherwise I'd have. A soft art. Luckily. A soft artificial. Luckily. The access was walled over a very long time ago. At least, judging by its appearance. I couldn't explain why, but in the vicinity of that wall, I could sense something. The access was walled over. I couldn't My scarf was moving, as if blown by an air draft. Judging by the direction in which it was waving, the gust of wind seemed to emanate from the walled access. But how was that possible? I touched the wall. And here's the mystery explained. A part of the wall had only been roughly constructed. The passage continued downward, disappearing into total darkness. How much deeper did that place go?
Isn't it fascinating?
Oh, good. It's been a while since someone pointed a gun at me.
I must have underestimated you, Bundy. Radwed warned me to watch out for you. Evidently he has more faith in your abilities than I did. Yeah, faith. I want to offer you a confession. I never had much. All that talk of roses and crosses bores me.
What's this rose you all keep talking about?
Useless pseudo-religious fetishes. They're nothing more than fanatics busy killing each other in the name of oaths as ancient as the world. I'm only interested in power, and you got in the way once too often.
It's not the first time I've heard that. And it won't be the last either.
Aren't you curious to know what happened in here?
I see you're anxious to tell me, so why not?
We've been keeping an eye on San Leo for a long time, but we never managed to get to the bottom of its mysteries. Then DeVilta discovered this section almost by chance. Radwed immediately sensed what it was about, and was able to sneak me in by manipulating the marquee like a puppet. The piece of scroll was right there in that gallery behind you. An ancient conduit used as an escape route, now forgotten and buried under tons of debris.
The ideal place to hide a treasure map.
A part, at least. But you already know that, right? You found the remaining pieces for us, just like Radwood expected.
Unfortunately for you, I didn't bring them with me.
Now it's you who's underestimating us. If they're not here with you, then we already know where to find what we need. The bartender is harmless, while the Polish woman could be a problem, but I'll take care of that later.
There was no time. There was no time. The narrow and tortuous path was preventing Beringler from sprinting fast enough to increase his distance from me. But soon, we'd reach a wider road. I had to hurry. Although, by pedaling fast enough, it would be activated. I was pedaling like a man. Although I was. I prepared for the leap forward. I wish that old hag Gwendolyn Pratt was there to film that moment of glory. Guys, it was one of the most spectacular falls of my life. I'm lucky I didn't break anything. The bush was providential.
Are you sure that Beringler...
I made sure of his condition, and I even made an anonymous call for an ambulance. Luckily, he wasn't running very fast, given the kind of road we were on.
You're a pair of pussies. If it didn't happen that way, I'd have broken a few of his bones personally.
Have you recovered all the scroll pieces? You even attached them! Is that the lost seal of Cagliostro the doctor was talking about?
I don't think so. Maybe this scroll is what we need to find the seal.
I hate snakes.
We have to inspect it from top to bottom.
The snake that bites the apple.
I wonder how people can believe that a woman was...
The story of...
What do you...
I took a base...
So the...
The arrow...
It could indicate a direction.
I think so.
A snake...
You're starting...
No.
Huh.
You're right.
What's that
Polish poetry.
There must be a reason...
Spying.
Beast...
The soldiers observed.
Thanks to...
How can indication...
He was dead.
So the soul...
Under the roar.
Let's hope...
You're overlooked.
Thanks to...
How can...
He was dead.
So the soul...
Spying.
Beast...
The soldiers observed some.
We...
I can't...
Good. We must have analyzed everything.
I think so too. But what should we do with these clues?
In my opinion, they are encrypted geographical references. A sort of scavenger hunt.
So we just need to examine a map and...
No, wait. I doubt the Then there's that opening line. The Polish soldiers found an elevated
Highest sky.
Look at them talking about conspiracies and investigations.
Alright, we need a high place. A place that the Polish soldier... And I think I know the right one.
High is high. And it... Unless...
I was thinking...
What are you looking at?
Well, we have a complete overview of all the points...
We're admiring...
Very. Under the I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The Palazzo Medici. I don't... That's Castle Sancti Leonis. Historic residence.
I know what you're thinking here. Castle Sancti Leonis. The castle...
It would make... Okay, we have a reference point, but we need another if we want to find a direction. Olive, maybe I'm deluding myself. Look at that road and...
Hell, you're... It's the snake!
But the clue couldn't pop... This connection doesn't seem right. It's simply wrong. I don't see a... They have nothing in common. I'm sure I already... This connection doesn't seem... I don't... What can you tell me?
The Sant Igne convent.
I don't know.
Now that you mention it, yes! Sant Igne.
So the name of the convent is Sacred Fire. Well, that's it. It must be one of the... And now we found two
If we link them, we might get a direction.
We're doing well, but we still need other references.
Right. For now, we just have a generic direction. We can't fully inspect anything.
Look at that circle of trees in relation to the head of the snake.
It looks deliberate. Of course. It corresponds with the apple on the seal of Cagliostro.
So, if that's the apple, we can draw the arrow that pierces the snake. That's it. That's the spot where the two reference points meet.
We really did it, Lazaro. We found it.
Don't get your hopes up yet, though. We could have made a mistake.
There's only one way to find out.
I wonder how many times I've flown over this area without knowing.
Come on, Lars. You're always last.
I'd like to see you climb with all this junk in your pockets. And, by the way, Olive?
Have you seen anything useful?
Actually, I wanted to tell you that Tekla gave me the orchid back, if you want it.
Still on that? We could be on the verge of bringing a treasure of priceless value to light, and you're thinking about a flower?
You know, I was just like you when I was younger. I wanted to be a big detective, conquer the world, leave a mark. But lately I've come to realize that you can also be happy settling for the little things, while there's still time.
I don't want to settle. I want to become someone. You guys, look here instead.
These carvings go deep inside the cortex. They must be very ancient.
Don't you understand what they represent?
We found the apple. In that moment, I realized I'd already seen that symbol. It was the mark the doctor traced at the Molsberg residence, at the beginning of everything, the Genesis. This means that down here...
Right under our feet?
There's an old moldy mummy that can't wait to stretch its legs.
Just how you like it, Tech. Maybe we should have brought your father.
How many times do I have to say this? My father...
Guys, which two of you is starving? I can hear the rumbling of your stomach.
That's not our... On the ground. I'll take care of it.
Don't shoot, Tekla. You can make it even madder, putting Olive in serious danger.